In today's video, I show you how I made this layout using a sketch again, doing some fussy cutting, doing some rearrangements, some stamping, and of course using lots of washi tape and some stitching at the end. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Steffi from Little Steffi Big World, and this is layout number 68 68 of 150 layouts that I did for one Northern Europe trip travel scrapbook album. And these are two pictures of the inside of the Black Diamond Library of Copenhagen in Denmark, and I'm just using one of the shades, the pattern shades in light blue because of the water that you can see through the window, and I'm using some brown, some beige and some dark blue, all the colors that are in these two pictures. And then I'm also looking for a color that's not in the pictures to give it some contrast, so I'm deciding on this green circle pattern paper from this collection. Now these two collections I have shown you in my preparation video, so I'm gonna link that in the description below this video so you can have a look at it. It's a very good collection. So two collections actually from the WCUC, something like that. Now the paper, the blue paper that I'm going to be using as the background, I have to cut it down because I'm putting it in an album where the pages are not 12 inches by 12 inches. They are not 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters, so I have a lot of stripes, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. Now I'm cutting the green paper in a little stripe because that's part of the sketch that I'm using, so it's in the background. I don't know the measurements for the stripes, but I'm just guessing on and deciding which size I want, also because my pictures are a different size than the pictures of the sketch. Now here you see the collection of the stripes from the other layouts that I've already done, you know, from the other 67 layouts that I've already done for these albums. So I'm just going through them and deciding on some light green stripes that are going next to the bright green one. Now this is just arranging the pictures on this brown like brick pattern paper that's going to be right behind my two pictures. And then I'm deciding on 3 of these circles from this dark blue pattern, which I'm going to be using for the 3 clusters of the sketch. So instead of using flowers as it's shown in the sketch, I'm using these 3 circles, and I just have to do a little bit of fussy cutting here, but it's actually not too bad. I'm not a total fan of fussy cutting, but yeah, sometimes you just have to do it, and in the end it's really worth the effort. So I have these 3 circles now. I'm deciding on some of my stamps that I'm going to be using, or that I thought I'd be using for this layout. So I have these 2 stamp sets from Studio Light, and they're really nice, really good. And I'm gonna put a link in the description below where I bought them. This is not a sponsored video, and of course you can buy them somewhere else, but yeah, just if you're interested. So I have some of my scraps. There's some circle, not circle, like square pattern papers, and I thought they would go in the 3 clusters, but somehow it didn't look good having something circle and then something square next to it, so I'm deciding totally against it. So now I have this compass here, and I'm actually using my new black ink pad that I bought throughout the process of doing this album, and it's really good. I mean, the stamps are really good, but also the ink pad together, it's giving you a very crisp and clear stamp. Now this compass is actually very hard to fussy cut, so I'm just fast forwarding this and not showing you everything. It's just, I want to say I'm doing a lot of effort to do this you know, my own embellishment by stamping and fussy cutting, and then I don't know where to put it. I'm looking at where it should go. In the end, I'm actually not using this for this layout. I'm using it in another layout, so it's not going to waste, but this is just how it goes. This is my new collection of washi tapes. I have so much washi tape, and just the other day I told my husband that I recounted my washi tape and I've used up about more than 50 rolls of washi tape within 5 or 6 months, and he thought, oh my god, my wife is running out of scrapbooking supplies. So he went on eBay and bought over 200 rolls of washi tape for me, so I wouldn't have to worry about my supplies, because we were in the lockdown. We were in the lockdown of the coronavirus pandemic in the year 2020, and I just needed to do my scrapbooking. I just needed to do something productive, and it really helped me to not think about what was going on. So now I'm just using my pencil and dotting, I'm dotting where the paper should go. I'm taking everything off so I can, one piece by one piece, glue it down, and I know exactly where it should go. So I'm using some light green washi tape, and I'm using it in 3 different places. This is the rule of uneven numbers again, and I'm just putting it here and there, so in 3 different places. And I just like the way it coordinates with the green pattern papers. Now I want to glue down this stripe here, and in a second you're gonna say I'm putting it down and then realizing that I've put the washi tape exactly where the stripe should go. Luckily this washi tape goes off without any incident, so I can just take it off, put down the stripe, and then rearrange the washi tape. Otherwise I would have just used another piece of washi tape. But sometimes I'm really very careful about my supplies. I'm gluing down that brownish paper here, and then using this washi tape as part of the cluster. So I'm putting it where the 3 circles are gonna go, so it's gonna be part of that. So again, 3, an uneven number, and then I'm inking, just distressing the edge of that circle. I haven't done a complete circle because it's gonna be partly covered by the pictures, and then I'm gluing down the rest of it. I'm using the explanation for the word explore. I'm stamping that on this blue here, and also the word explore itself. And I know I'm gonna be cutting this apart from each other, so I'm just putting it at the lower bit of the scrap, so I have the top scrap, the top piece of that, for something else. So just saving every scrap I have. So this is gonna go and the top left corner, even though that's not in the sketch. I just like the way it looks. So I'm using this first alphabet, it's a black one, and I'm forming the word black with it. And I have a second alpha sticker from Stickers, it's silver, so I'm forming the word diamond with it. At first I had the D a little bit, right next to the picture, but then I had to reposition it, so it's going a little bit into the picture. So, but it doesn't matter. I don't think it's too bad. So I have this washi tape here, and I remember, okay, there was a diamond on this one, so I'm just fussy cutting around that diamond and using that as a little embellishment right next to the title. So in between the words black and diamond, that's gonna go there. So it's just a little bit of fussy cutting here, and it's just a teeny tiny little detail. I'm distressing or inking the edges of the Explore and the description of it with some really cheap ink pads. The ink pad that I used before to do my actual stamping, but now I've replaced it to my new ink pad, so it's okay. So I'm just putting some really small 1 millimeter high foam dots, foam pads, so it gives it a little bit of dimension. I'm not doing too much of it. Now actually I'm doing a lot of journaling on this layout with this pen, with this fine liner, but it was already running out of ink, let's say, so I'm just struggling here. Okay, it's out of there, so I already bought a new fine liner, a black fine liner, so I could just replace it. So you really should have your basics, like scissors and adhesives and your pencils ready. And what I'm doing at the end is I've got some stickers with flowers which I'm going to be using for the clusters. So I'm taking into account the sketch having flowers in it after all. And what I'm also doing is this sticker sheet has some little dots, so I'm putting these dots in these clusters as well. Instead of using any drops or mixed media, any Heidi Shine or something like that, I'm using this instead, using every scrap I have. Yeah, basically I thought there was a little bit too much room at the right border of this layout, so I'm putting a really small washi tape there as well. And then at the end, what I did with almost all the layouts of this album is doing some stitching. I went to my friend's house and did some stitching. I've never done it before and it's amazing. So just try something new every now and then. I hope you enjoyed this process video. This is the second one for the second album. There's just going to be one more scrapbook layout process video that I'm going to be showing you. And after that, I'm showing you the flip through of the second album. I'm going to be putting a link below for the first album. I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of the other process videos, flip throughs, and another big haul that's coming up. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And you know what? Stay safe and scrapbook on. Take care and bye bye.